Welcome back, hunters! I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Now, it looks like I'm using the same build as last episode, however, I wanted to try changing it up a bit, because I wondered... I slotted in, like, with the Brutal decoration we have on the Anjanath, like, bowgun here, but I also put on, like, 10 Riser and Critical Boost things, which possibly actually worked against trying to go for a negative affinity build with this. So I adjusted the build a little bit to instead try for full-out damage if I possibly could. So everything that's on there, I just need to see this. I don't think I really need that much, but... So we've got attack boost level 7 on it. The blessing's not really going to give that much, really. We've got spare shot level 3 to it. The normal, the reload, the recoil, rapid fire, that's all kind of usual. Dereliction level 3. We've got the burst up to level 3 as well. We've got a couple of things of resentment, and I added in one thing of ballistics and steadiness, just to keep the weapon without, like, deviation to it. So our status right now is that this does 451 attack value, with a negative 30% affinity. But we'll have to see how the Brutal Strike does for it. And as much as it would be, like, probably the best test would be going after another Risen Teostra, I figured maybe I'd try switching it up and go for a anomaly Rathalos. Because I do need to try for a Rathalos Mantle, and it shows off more monsters I haven't really hunted that much of. Like, I think it'd be, if it was back-to-back the same monster, I think it'd be a little bit boring to show you guys, like, sort of how the Wind Serpent and Bushi went. I want to try avoiding that as much as I can, so we're going to switch over to try to find a Rathalos. And I've got to see if I've got any in here. Because, yeah, it's a little all over the place for levels right now. How far back... Do I even have one is a good question. I mean, there's Arachna Kadaki, but I need the Rathalos to be the anomaly focus. I mean, there's a Rajang with some others, but I'm not sure if I want to go after that. Oh, Lord, do I not even have one? Kind of, but I don't know if I want to go after, like, those three. I'd prefer to focus just on Rathalos and see. I do not actually have. Okay, how about anomaly quests? Here we go. Yeah, it's not really in where I wanted to go after one, but I still do want to just try going after this and see how we do up against one, because anomaly Rathalos was actually one I think the first time I took one on gave me a good bit of trouble. Some of these anomaly monsters are quite a bit more dangerous than you might first believe they would be. I'm trying to think if there were any others that gave me quite a bit of trouble when I was trying to go through. Nargacuga might have a little bit. I'm trying to think if there are any others. I know as I keep going up in levels, it's probably going to get more and more brutal, and I'll want to definitely keep bringing these followers with me. It still is, if you're playing solo, there's no reason not to bring them. They just add so much more for you. And actually, I know you can find, like, some of the gathering spots seem to have, like, the curio effect to them. But I don't think this will actually help towards, like, the, your anomaly level. It'll just help you find, possibly, quests around your level. But yeah, I'm still only at 103 for that, and I think I have to get up to, like, 141 to start getting to where all the materials are even available from. It's, quite a grind. Again, it's not mandatory to do so, but if you do want to min-max and try to push your builds as far as you possibly can, you have the option. Just be ready for some effort to be put in for it. Yeah, like, here's a spot here, I can snag that, but I don't think that'll actually count towards, like, our anomaly investigation stuff. I think it's just, like, force of habit I'm smacking and getting these while I'm on the way. And yeah, I'll leave that one there. And down we go. Now, this is the route I usually take to try to get these Spear Birds. I'll admit, it does not get me the full amounts. I think if I actually wanted to go for the full amount, it would be best to kind of do... Normally my route, I come back towards Area 10 after I've been up here, but maybe for this one, to try to get full... I'll try going around this route. Because I know there's a little bit of an area where you can snag a few spear birds pretty easily. And force a habit. I don't know if you'll actually be able to get more anomaly quests through that or not. Yeah, might as well snag that. The fire herbs never hurt because I do use elemental, like bowgun builds. Yeah, it does slow you down a little bit going through this way, but I think you can get a nice little stretch of them here. Yeah, there's 1, 2... this'll work fair enough. And now we'll go after Rathalos, who is actually back where we were. And we might as well snag the little lantern bug. Yeah, snag that because we're right here. If you really want to max out your spear birds, there's a few more down there you could pick up as well. But I'm just going to get to this fight and see how it goes, because we might be in for a bit of a long one. Yeah, it's actually not doing too bad for numbers. I think there are 1 or 2 hits that have been, like, negative affinity. But when the Brutal ticks off, yeah, so, like, the 57s, I think, are when the negative affinity applies. Yeah, so about 93 is the basic per hit. If you do have the negative affinity apply, it goes down to, say, 70 or 50. But if the Brutal Charm, or the Brutal Strike, does tick off, it goes up to well over 100. Yeah, it looks like on average this might be putting out more damage than, like, the, previous build I had where I put in the tenderizer with it. Now, one thing that maybe would have... Ooh. Oh, wow, actually, yeah, I'm surprised that quickly it changed over. So this might not be doing too bad. I was going to say, if I did the anti-wyvern jewel, that probably would have propelled the other build to quite some good levels as well. That, and if I still kept the, like, critical stuff to it, that might have helped it further. Where are you going? And I'm just going to, again, work at trying to get all the part breaks I can, just because the afflicted materials are pretty handy to stockpile. Oh, wait a minute. This actually isn't even as high as... I forgot. This could go even stronger. Because this was not in the correct, switch scroll to get Dereliction's bonus, too. So yeah, this can be even stronger for damage that it's putting out than what we were just seeing. I just need to let the curios build up to the right amount. And there's a part break. There we go. And slide in underneath him while we can. And then I've probably mentioned it in other videos we've gone after the anomaly monster. Ooh. Okay, how? 137, 182, 180, 273 for a shot. Yeah, I'm thinking I could make a pretty powerful normal 3 build if I could get the right things in place. But I was about to say, I probably mentioned it in other videos when we've done the anomaly monster hunts. But when they are, like, with the anomaly cores active, it just is the total damage done across the monster for, like, what'll knock them out of that state. So you don't have to specifically target the cores for it. Like, if they are in pretty bad spots where the attacks won't do much damage, you might be better off just ignoring them to go for weak spots. And yeah, now we're doing some fairly steady numbers. Oh, knocked him out of the sky. Yeah, now we're getting pretty steadily with at least 300 per volley. So I really do think I had shot myself in the foot a bit. Ooh, although, even just that charge was able to inflict a fair amount of damage to us. It might be that negative affinity builds are going to have a fair viability. Okay, he's on the move out of here. So let me just get ourselves stocked up and ready, and we'll keep going after him. And this is a bit of a shameless video just to farm a Rathalos Mantle for the Powder Mantle set. It's just because I wasn't sure if I'd have the time to get it, but if I can get this episode done, I have a little bit more time to farm before I'll get Friday's recorded. Ooh, that hurt a bit. Yeah, see, this is where I sometimes have problems going up against Rathalos. It's like the little side strafing run he does with that fire blast. Okay, I think that means he's getting pretty close to the burst attack. Yeah, I think he's doing it now. Yeah, gotta be careful of it. Didn't quite get the damage output I needed for it, but I don't know if it keeps building up through, like, when they're traveling to new areas or not. But I think there's almost like a carryover of damage if a successful one goes out. Because I feel like after a successful one's gone out, and it goes back into this state, it's easier to knock it out of it the next go-around. It might just be me, but I feel like there's been something like that happening at times. Ow. Oh, yeah, that did a lot of damage. Okay, now this is where... Oh, actually, I was going to say I was going to switch to normal 3 to try to overcome the Blood Blight. But I got this super healing thanks to one of the twins. There we go. Knocked it out of that state, too. I'm not doing as much damage as I was, but... There we go. Now it's kind of kicking up again. Yeah, when the circumstances line up, this build goes from okay to kind of nice to see the super big numbers going off of just like normal 3. Like 244 is nothing to scoff at when you think of how easy it is to use the normal 3 shot. Or 246. This just takes a little bit of positioning to get the best shots out. Actually, I wonder, what is the normal 1 Well, that's kind of nice to see. I want a rapid-fire normal 1. I can get like 75 damage, or 70 damage per little hit of the volley. I gotta admit, the brutal build could do some pretty good amount of work.
I thought you were amazing. You make me proud.
Okay, I think that's, yeah, they're taken care of.
Both of you were amazing.
So let's just carve everything in, head back, and I'll show you guys what were like some of the... Wasn't really that major of changes, because I did just switch out one piece of gear.
Just taking a break,
I don't think I can show those dogs on my video without issues, so, what are they? Okay, at least they're... I don't know what they're going nuts about, but they kind of cooled down. The only thing I really changed out was the Risen the waist. Because the Chaotic Ormagala had the 2 critical eyes to it, I want to get all of the positive affinity gear out, so I just swapped it to this, which gave the attack boost. And I think I just really added the chain and... Let's see, no, it was attack boost got to max, added the chain jewels to make it a full level 3 for that. And then I did something else with, oh, the 1 precision. Not that that one's really that necessary, I was just trying to see if there's a way I could, like, increase the critical range variation. Because you do have to be in that sweet spot using critical firepower. Kind of an interesting end screen, but I don't think I'll save it. So let me just go down. Oh, it did add a little bit to our total. Not a lot, but at least opened up, like, a higher level Rathalos in the investigations for myself. And I don't think I got the mantle. I kind of forgot the entire purpose I did this one specifically. I don't think I actually got what I was after. But that's okay. Again, this is just a nice excuse to try out different builds, show stuff out, and see what we can kind of do. So, yeah, we'll head back. I'll just take a quick look. This one had the... Well, actually, I'm kind of surprised you can't see from here what those decorations specifically are. So let me just say, like, here. Yeah, so there's the 1 precise. I don't think this is even necessary at all. It was just trying to change it to get a wider range, but I think that just, like, means you can stand further back and be safe with the critical distance. So I could easily swap that out for, like, another resentment or something else, so... there was one of the chain ones that we've already seen that piece, we've seen that piece. It's just a little go-through if you guys are thinking, like, that was interesting, I might like to try that myself. I just like to show off what I used for it, and then you can see, and if you want to take a look, you can do so, or give it a spin. The hardest part is always probably trying to get the corresponding talisman, because it always seems difficult to quite get consistency. It has improved quite a bit having the, just gotta wait a moment here. I still have the autosave option enabled, but I also haven't run into any save issues, which I think maybe just don't... Let's not fix what's not broken. Yeah, the Aurora does help you target much more specifically for quite a few skills. Not quite all of them, because there's nothing like, say, an elemental attack specifically. There is a critical element, but there's nothing like element exploit, there's no... thunder attack up, fire attack up, stuff like that, or there's nothing like, say, the absorber, the reload, things like that. You can go try targeting for a few things, which is very nice to have, but there are some skills you're not going to be able to focus explicitly at.
Goodbye, please come again.
And yeah, I think that's about everything to show off. We gotta test it out. There seems to be some viability. I think I do want to try making a normal 3 brutal build, because the numbers that this was putting out weren't too shabby at all for something we cobbled together just in these couple of videos. And then, yeah, I still gotta get the fell wings and the mantle and 1 more rise gem. So it's gonna take a little bit of time, but hopefully I'll get a little bit lucky with that in my own time farming. For now, though, I think we are good to wrap things up here with a nice little pose to send us off. I just love how fancy that looks. Let me just pull that up quickly. Yeah, that is the Perlock coat and the Arfsine cape. They just look really good on the pair of them. I still just wish it was easier to position them for better, like, photos or video screens like this. But thank you guys for joining me on this episode of the series. If you did like the video, be sure to give a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. If there's any other build ideas you have in mind or you think I should try out skill-wise and show on camera, just let me know in the comments. I'm always happy to see what I can cobble together and put out there. Or if there's specific monsters you'd like me to target as well. I don't have anything that's like off limits. If there's any monster you want to see another hunt of, just let me know and I can always hop in and take it on again for you. But for now, we're going to end this episode off here. So thank you all once again for watching. Until I do see you in the next video, hunters and survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.